Hi, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night political readings with Judy. And tonight we have Sabrina with us. And the
Yeah.
T stands for Tree of Life. Okay. So I saw somebody had wrote that in the chat. I said, oh, I guess I better
There it
address
is.
that. So it's the Tree of
He's
Life.
in a mood.
Oh yeah, I can get out the
They're shooting on my people now. They're
Well,
shooting in
before we get going, for anybody interested in what's going on with the forensics investigations over the 2024 elections, there is electiontruthalliance.org, which is getting ready to start filing some lawsuits. And there is smartelections.us. Both groups are nonprofits, so they rely heavily upon donations. So if you have a couple of bucks you can fling their way, they would greatly appreciate it. And I know with Election Truth Alliance, they have actually put out calls on their website for people who can do spreadsheet work, information gathering, all that kind of stuff. They're putting out calls for people who want to volunteer, who have time to come and work with them. And so, God knows if I had the time, I'd do it, but I don't have time for anything anymore. And couple of quick ad choices. Androniki Skincare, androniki.com, which is fantastic. There is Otter Spirit, and I actually don't have a bracelet on today, but they make beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Beautiful bracelets, just like that. And if you use the link and the codes, you get 20% off or 30% off, depending on how much money you spend. And there are Trish James's cards, which I'm using two of her decks tonight, Governance and Forecaster.
I have predictions.
You have the predictions. And there's also Jules Handcrafted Designs. She's one of us. She has her own Etsy shop and she makes beautiful jewelry. So kindly go and check her out. And the description links are in the description box below. And now to our regularly scheduled program. We have Judy from Judy's Healing Fire is here. She and I kind of, Judy got through this together and said, hey, you want to join me for this? And I said, absolutely. So we started up. This is kind of new. So we started it and we invited Sabrina to come and join us this week.
Thank you.
Just a new face to throw at y'all. So their information, the links to their websites, their channels, all that good stuff is all in the description box below. Kindly go to everybody's channel and like, subscribe. It's free and share. And that helps boost us up and gets us out. The algorithm will pick it up and will throw us out into the news feeds out there so that people who are looking at for us and don't know it will find us and go, oh, I didn't know they did
I
stuff.
didn't know I needed them.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I found this community. I was surfing on YouTube one day and I was like, political tarot? There's such a thing as political
I
tarot.
know.
And then I was
Ooh.
like, wait, progressive political tarot? That really blew my mind. I was, because everything I'd ever seen online before was always very much on the conservative side of things. It was like, oh my God, these people are progressives like me. Who knew they existed? And of course, Sabrina's got her big fluffy muffy there, and who will probably start fussing at her before too long
Yeah.
that it's bedtime. And Judy's got her beautiful grandbaby, who's how old is he now? 2 months, 3 months?
Well, he was born October 28th. He wasn't due until tomorrow.
Scorpio.
Yes.
Ooh.
So
Yes,
yeah,
he was quite a bit early, but he came home just before Christmas, and he's doing fantabulous. So
awesome,
we're pretty
awesome.
Good.
He's a beautiful little redhead. Go to her channel. You see pictures of him and everything. Oh my God, the kid's got a head full of red hair. It's like, oh, I see where that
so
temper's going to come from.
redhead Scorpio. They're in trouble.
Uh, Sabrina, you're asking what is your cat's name?
Oh, that is Ms. Gigi Gabor,
There you go.
otherwise known as Miss G. And there's a couple of others. There might be some feline interference tonight. I apologize in advance, but they're all pretty cute.
Oh goodness. Well, mine know better than to jump up here in the middle of the show.
Mine don't
No,
care.
go away. I have such limited space. It's like I don't have room for a cat to join me. Just stay away.
Yeah.
So Judie, what you got coming up? What's cooking on the back burner there? What
Oh, we got a busy week coming up. So Sundays I do a live, and then Mondays I do a members only live typically. Tuesday, I've got a collab with Marina at 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then I also have a collab with Scott, Scorpio Sun Tarot. That's at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern. I'll let you guys figure out the in-between stuff. I barely got that. And then
just going forward an hour or back an hour?
And 8 Eastern. And so 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, I have a collab with Jackie. So all that's happening on Tuesday. And then Thursday, we're doing Golden Girls Coffee Clutch, of course. And then some private readings in there. But yeah, that's pretty much my week coming up. So we'll see.
Awesome. What about you, Sabrina? What you got cooking? What's on the back burner there? What you got coming up?
Well, the back burner is I have a big bucket of rune stuff here. So I'm designing another deck and a course. And in case anybody's interested, I just posted last night coping skills for 2026.
Yay.
You might want to.
Is there bourbon involved?
Was there what, liquor involved? There's always liquor involved.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
bourbon or gummies? Take your pick.
Okay.
Either, both, yeah.
So I'm allegedly on with Scott tomorrow, Scorpio Sun, at 2 p.m.
Oh, cool.
And then we'll all be jumping into the slumber party Saturday. We'll see. I don't know. I'm going.
Yeah, slumber party Saturday. I'll be joining you that day.
And I don't know that anything's going on for me next week, but the week after that, I'm on with Judie on Tuesday the 20th, and then I'm on with Nath on Saturday the 24th. And I have a whole bunch of new moon astrological stuff that I'll be loading.
Cool.
Boy, I got to tell you, that's exhausting going through 12 astrological signs. I needed a nap.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with me, and working on a course and another card deck. In case you guys don't know, this is my, Shari has them too. This is my first Oracle deck, the Land of Enchantment Oracle. So you can get that off of my website or my YouTube channel. But
they're
I'm super
cool
excited.
cards, y'all. You'll love them.
Yeah. Easy to read and use. You don't need a guidebook. The cards are, the photography states exactly what the card means. You don't have to second guess a thing. I love that. Unlike everything else.
I've used them a lot. They're really great.
Thank you. There'll be more. They're just a lot of work.
Yay. I know I was telling, was it you that told me? I don't remember, Sabrina. I was talking about somebody had asked me if I use runes, and I said no, I don't have any. I've thought about buying some, and somebody said, "Well, no, make your own." That way,
that was me that probably
that was
said
you that
make
told
your
me
own.
that. Okay, and so I'm
I
like,
have a bag of rocks right
how do
there
you
in my
make your own?
kitchen. So I have to make my own runes, make my own cards, make my own course. I'm just gonna make up all kinds of shit. So, but
There you
I have
go.
a bag of rocks in my right there.
And Judie, you
Yes.
use the dowsing rods that works for you. They don't work for me. I don't know that I've had like 3
I wanted
pairs
to
and
learn
they all
runes
broke.
though, so that's exciting.
I'm your girl.
Yeah, so Sabrina's your girl. If y'all
Yeah,
want
you know, we'll talk.
Yeah, definitely. So,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so
And then Saturday, yeah, I'm going to be joining you on your slumber party, but I'll probably be sliding in a little bit late because I'll be coming right in after work. So, but I'll be there.
That's okay. That's okay. We get people sliding in and out all the time. And yeah, that's it. I've got
Sounds like a brothel.
that could be
Saturday
at
night
times.
kinda
Who
is.
knows?
I was going to say, careful where you say that, Shari.
It is naughty or nice, you know. So
Sounds like is that
Saturday
a goal or?
Don't
Saturday's
talk
my
if Scott is on the channel, behave yourself. He'll have a heart attack. Scott and Ramon.
he embarrasses really easy. That's why I love saying things to make him just do a spit take or something. Saturday I will be. I know I love Scott. He's something else. Saturday I'll be doing my monthly deep dive with Nate, and that's on his channel. It's a pre-recorded show. We have 1 or 2 topics. Gee, I wonder what we'll talk about this time.
I wonder.
And we go in and do a deep dive. He's been pushing me to like in the deep dive to like actually go in and start remote viewing, which I'm just like, Harry only done it a couple of times.
Sheila does
but I've
that.
only done it with Nate
Celtic
because
Sheila.
he seems to have the ability to help push me down in there and then to pull me back out, because I just like once I get in there I can't get out. You know, it's like I feel like I'm drowning. And so I've only been doing it with Nate until I get more comfortable with it. And then of course the slumber party Saturday night with a whole host of special friends that are joining us. I think there's like 6 or 7 of us that will all be there. Yeah, we're all special ed, right? So there'll be like 6 or 7 guests on. I just sent out a mass email and said, hey, it's Saturday night. If you're free, join us. If not, oh well. Because I have more fun when there's more people. And then, of course,
we keep you awake.
Y'all, exactly. I stay awake when there's more people. Also on Saturday, I'm taking the numerology class by Deborah Zachow and the Change the Tape class by Marina. And so they will literally be back to back. I'll have just enough time to run go pee before the next one starts. So I was like, okay, Shari, you're kind of overdoing it. And then I don't have anything else until next week, and I'll worry about next week when it gets here. I know Monday night is Draining the Swamp with me and Mel and Arthur, and I don't know past that. I'd have to go look at the calendar and see. And I don't want to unload stuff on top to turn the page. So we're gonna leave it as is. So
and I came in hot tonight because 2 people in Portland got shot by ice today, and that's where I live. So I'm a little. It'll be interesting. See what happens.
Yeah.
That tends to not go over well here.
I did a reading on the shooting in Minneapolis today on my lunch break, and it was like just after the first card, and it just kind of hit me. I wasn't expecting it. And next thing I know, I could feel tears sliding down my face. And I'm like, oh God, you're losing it on air.
Yep.
Because I didn't mean to get upset, but it was like, it just
You're
hit me,
allowed.
you know.
You're allowed to be
And
upset. Absolutely.
I had several people message me and say, take time off and go grieve. And I was like, I thought I had, you know, it just hit me today really hard.
Well,
I think what hit
it's
me was when I
it's
reached out.
also the empath in you too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And
Yeah.
you
I had
know,
reached out to see if I could pull something from Renee, the woman who was
You
murdered.
picked up on everything
And
going on.
and it was just like I got hit with it's too soon. I don't know what's happening. So there was a lot of confusion on her part. And all I kept hearing is, where's my baby? Where's my baby? And so I just,
Oh
whew,
my
man,
God,
that
I
hit me
know.
like a ton of bricks. And that's when I started losing it. I was
Mm.
like, okay, get it together, Shari. So, oh, that's right, Amy. Thank you for reminding me. Amy and I have monthly mysteries with Amy and Shari on Friday afternoon. And we will be on Amy's channel this month. And I don't know what we're talking about. She'll throw something out at us and we'll go for it. So it's always fun. And I forgot to write it in my book. That's why I forgot to mention it. So yeah, I'm human. I laugh too hard and loud, and I eat too much and fart when I shouldn't and burp when I shouldn't. And, you know,
it's
what do you
okay.
say? Yeah, it's okay.
So,
It's
do
all
you
good.
You
guys
live. You're human and you're living.
right before this murder, I had the misfortune of reading a news clip. Do you know that they have stopped funding for low-income families and children in 5 Democratic states?
Yeah.
New York, Illinois, Colorado, California, and Minnesota. So that happened right before the murder, and I am going to call it that. Can I say that word on here?
Yes.
That's what set me over the edge. That's when I was like, and then I went on
and people are going to be
2 nights ago.
And it's going to be real interesting because the major cuts for SNAP and for assistance and disability and all of that is not scheduled to really hit until after the midterms. And so we all know it's going to be a blue wave. And then, of course, they're going to spin it. Yeah, that Dems are responsible for it. And I'm sorry, I know there's Jeffries fans out there, but Jeffries is going to get speaker, and he's just going to, I am so tired of the corporate Dems. He can talk all night long, sure, but I don't think he's going to demand action or demand this. He's a pussy. I am.
Meow.
We need somebody who's got some freaking fight in them.
Yeah,
we just do.
Somebody that's
so
got.
I probably just pissed a whole belly.
You know what? No, I've been saying the same thing for a while. It's like there's a time when he was perfect to be in that position. Yeah, now is not the time.
I had high hopes for him. He has the same
I did too,
birthday
and
as
he's
Obama.
really disappointed me. There was a time for his kind of leadership, but that time is come and gone. And
yeah, that's gone.
I mean, gone. We need somebody with fire in their belly that's going to be in your face.
And there damn well better be consequences, because that's what I see coming is the Democrats going, oh, let's just move on ahead. Shut that door. It's all behind us. Let's keep moving forward. No, damn it. We need to change laws, and there need to be consequences so this shit doesn't happen again.
That's why we wound up with Jackass back in office again, because we didn't want to rock the boat. No.
Well, you know what?
Been allowed to have been on the election ballots to begin with. Because he was a convicted felon.
Michelle Obama said we take the high road. The high road has been demolished. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
more
gone.
high
That's
road.
done.
There's
Yeah,
no
that's
more
done.
high road. Now we just need to
We
plow
need to fight
straight
fire
through
with fire right
and
now.
uproot them all.
yeah. I mean,
That's right.
it's time to fight back. I mean, the time for having peaceful negotiations hopefully will come again in the future. They were handy in the past. Now we're at the point where the other side doesn't play by the rules. Hell, they threw the rule book out 20 years ago. And it's time for
Right.
our side to catch up and go,
That's
okay,
right.
wait a minute. We gotta fight fire with fire. And it's time
And
for
we
people to
need them
get
to
up
catch a clue
and get in your face.
from the way Gavin does his social media and his staff that does the social media. The rest of them need to like catch up and follow suit. That's the other thing.
Exactly.
They need to start communicating and not be afraid of pissing people off. I mean, it's just we're so done with this, and I still think Jeffries is going to get speakership, but people are going to be like, "Are you kidding me?" I think the people are going to be so mad by that point. Are you kidding me? They're going to get away with it. We're not changing laws. What the hell?
I don't think
And
I don't think they're going to be able to
yeah.
pull that off
We're going to
this
need
time around. I don't think that the American public is going to allow the Democrats
Nope.
to take that high road
Not after
this
shooting
time,
people.
because they're at the point where they're like, no, it's time to fight
And these
fire.
will not be the last people shot.
Say that again.
These will not be the last people shot.
No,
These will
No.
not be the last people who are shot.
and exactly,
Yeah.
it's they're pushing it to turn
So
it
what are we
into
going
a
to read
bloodbath.
on?
Yeah.
Gee, I have no idea.
Yeah, they are.
What's the first
Let's
question
see.
out of the gate?
There's the first
Well, they're
question
trying
out of the
to
gate.
they're trying to make it a bloodbath because they want an excuse and a reason not to have elections and to say, oh,
Yeah.
there's too much turmoil. We can't possibly. I mean, they're looking for any excuse they can to not have midterm elections. Is what
Because
they're
they can't win unless they cheat. So our first question is, can I just say
That's right.
Minnesota, Walls and the fraud? I assume a mix of true and false, but don't believe he's involved. The ICE shooting, is Minnesota turning more red or is it bots? Minnesota is not turning red, not anytime. They have fought long and hard to get to the place where they are with actually decent proactive policing, where police are actually doing community policing, where they get to know the communities that they work in. Um, as a friend told me, it's taken a lot of cleaning house and 3 or 4 police chiefs to finally get to a point where their police department isn't corrupt anymore. And the police department in Minneapolis is furious with ICE, and they're like standing up against them. And I know Governor Walz said yesterday that he put the Minnesota National Guard on standby to be ready for the call, because he's like, they've got to go or we're going to have to call our guard out to get them out. And so while I'm like, yeah, do it, another part of me is like, that's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for that kind of conflict so that they can then come in and shut everything down by bringing in the U.S. Army, and saying, oh no, you can't, you can't. Yeah, it's but another part of me is like, they pushed too much, too hard, too fast, because it's been boom, boom, boom. So it's very chaotic. People don't know which direction to turn in. And I think that in the beginning that helped them, but now it's coming back to bite them in the ass because it's too much. And people are like, stop the presses. This got to stop. So I don't know if anybody pulled cards on is Minnesota turning more red.
I doubt it.
But I don't feel that at all. What about you,
No,
Judy?
it's no,
Okay.
no. I don't think we even need to pull cards on that.
No, next.
Yeah.
All right. So next question up is,
Oh God.
does anyone see
That's
when
the question of the day, right?
Martin's going away?
Who knows?
You know,
I still don't see him finishing out his term. But
I just want to say something about narcissist. One of the hallmarks, especially of a malignant narcissist, is they have the most unbelievable staying power. It is insane. So if you look up anything, so the DSM-5, so what that is, that's the Diagnostics and Statistics Manual for Mental Disorders. If you go in there and you can Google all this, one of their hallmarks is they don't need a lot of sleep. They don't even need a lot to eat, except for cheeseburgers and Burger King, I guess, and McDonald's. But they have the most unbelievable staying power, and it's almost superhuman. So just that's what we're dealing with. And so I'll probably pipe up with some more psycho and psychic babble as we go along, because
well, it's not just their staying power, but they have the ability of being able to talk people into doing things that they would normally never, ever, ever do.
Because they love bomb them. And love bomb them means you first think of that as in a relationship status. But when he meets somebody and he thinks that they can serve a purpose for him, he's going to tell them how wonderful they are and all the things he can do for them. And you need to come work for me, and I'll give you this, that, and the other thing. I mean, he's bewitched all these lawyers to work for him, and they've either been disbarred, imprisoned. I'm surprised they haven't even been dismembered.
He's threatened and bribed is what he's done.
Yes. Yeah. And then when when a narcissist is done with you, they throw you under the bus. He would have thrown his own mother under the bus. He'd throw his children under the bus. And you know, it's a severe mental illness. Now, when are we going to get rid of him? I don't know. We're going to throw on this Sunday, any day.
I've tried to figure out for this guy for a long time, and I think the win question is kind of nobody's going to get a clear answer. I know people want a clear answer. The reality is he's here to teach us all a lesson, and he's a chaos agent. And until this country learns this freaking lesson, this piece of shit is going to be here. Yeah. And I channeled some stuff this morning, and what I got was he's in his abdomen. There's some, I don't know what he's got going on. Like if it's cancer or what, there's something going on. And I know he's got heart issues and blood pressure and all of that. This man is sick, but there's something going on in his abdomen that is he is sick, like feels sick, feels bad all of the time. And I got that he's getting treatments, but it's part of the deal, right? So like if he gives people who have the treatments their money or their business deals or whatever it is that they want, they'll keep giving him these treatments. And so it's part of the wag the dog thing, each other. But he's sick. I don't feel like he's going to be at least in the office, let's put it that way. Whether or not he's above ground, I don't know, but I don't think he'll be in office at the end of this year. No. He'll either because he'll be too sick to be in office, or because he's escaped, or because he's taken a dirt nap. But it doesn't matter because then JD will step in.
I almost feel like it's almost become too late for him to run. Simply because of his health. It feels sick. I know. He's way too sick. It feels like it's just it's like he's waited too long to run and hide somewhere. And now he's got the whole world pissed off at him. So any country that takes him in, they're going to face massive repercussions from other countries around the globe. It's not just going to be us coming after him, it's going to be other countries coming after
Mm.
him.
Saudi Arabia would be a safe haven for him, just because of Kushner,
That's what
Yeah,
Sterling
if
always
he wanted
says.
to. But
yeah,
So I did pull some cards if you want to see them.
yeah.
So the deck I'm
Sure.
using is the Artist Decoded deck. This is a beautiful deck, but it is super, super intense. So the first card out, and you can see the intensity by the artwork, and this is the High Priestess. So
Oh,
we
wow.
all know that the High Priestess knows all sorts of things. So there's obviously, we know this, and this is a lot of this is just a clarification of things we know. So the High Priestess knows a lot, and she's just not saying anything. So this tells me that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And a lot of people seem to think that he's just such a raging lunatic, that he's just the front man and that he's being used to do all this stuff, but he's kind of ill. And I don't know, for some reason, does anybody know Susie Wild's astrological sign? For some
Mm-mm.
reason, the Queen of Swords is here. So I'm just wondering if this is Susie Wild's, it's in the background with all these secrets, and she knows what's going on. And as I was sitting here and I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's the thing that I got. The other thing is I drew the Hermit reversed, and I don't do a lot of reversals, but what this tells me is that he should not be in the public eye at all. That he, because the Hermit is you go off
Yeah.
and you find your enlightenment. Well, the fact that this is flipped, he shouldn't even be out around us. He should be out of sight. And I pulled a clarifier on that. And look what I got. 4 swords. So he is
Yeah.
very sick. And as far as timing, we might find something happening in February. This is Aquarius. Aquarius is February time. So some of this stuff might come out super soon, not damn soon enough. But we do have an astrological switch coming up in February on the 20th. Saturn and Neptune join hands and forces, shall we say, it's called a conjunction in Aries. That means they are shifting out of water and emotion into fire and warrior. So something could happen towards mid February because that's the sign of Aquarius. So I can't tell you when this is ever going to come to an end. And so many of us, we're like a week into 2026 and WTF. It's already a hot flaming mess. So
Um, Allie shared with us last night on Sisters. She had done a show with Diana Bowles and them, one of the dream shows that she does. And Diana brought up the fact that uh, we've just gone from the moon has moved into the seventh house. Um, Jupiter has aligned with Mars, and now we're going into the dawning of Aquarius. Which, if y'all remember from the '60s, there was a
I'm getting
song
ready
about
to
that.
sing along when the
But it's like actually happening astrologically right now. It's all starting to hit. And what Allie brought up last night, she said, Diana was talking about it and showing us on the charts how this is working out. And she said, and I started thinking about, oh, yeah, I used to listen to that song by the fifth dimension. And she said, and then it went ding. they're talking about this stuff happening by the fifth dimension, and so what are we doing? We're
Interesting.
starting to ascend into the fifth dimension, and it's like, damn, talk about something coming around full circle. I mean,
I know. Can we go faster though? Can we get this
thank
over
you.
with a little
Yes.
faster?
Yes. And there's Celtic Seer's got a bunch of stuff up for us here. Another astrologist in the house.
Yes, that's exactly true.
Yeah. So
the energies are changing this whole year. We're going out of this earth and water, which is a lot more grounded and emotional, into fire and air, which is logic and gumption, shall we say.
They're saying, can you turn your mic up some, Sabrina?
I don't know. I'll try.
Yeah.
I took a picture instead. Does that count?
And
it's up the whole way. I can get closer.
Let's how about
Judie brought that up at the beginning of the show, because
how about we do a poll on just kind of just kind of the how do I phrase this? Hold on a second. The people power vibe, right? Like what with everybody, just you start shooting at people, and then also I'm going to throw out too that notice everybody's all PO'd because this person got shot and the single mom and she's son is orphaned, right? And the grandfather has to fly in to take care of the son because her husband died a few years prior, right? But also she's white. Anybody with any melanin in their skin has been dealing with crap since the beginning of the United States. And now you're dealing with people with privilege who are starting to be taken out. That's going to get some people who are on the fence of Republican or MAGA or whatever. It's going to get their attention because they're going to be like, well, wait a minute, not us. Once you start hitting the privileged people, that changes the game. So what I'm curious is what's going to be the energy of the people moving throughout the year. Let's do a poll on that. Make sense?
Yes. Okay. Well, it makes sense too, because Pluto's now in Aquarius, which is a very different energy than Capricorn. And what's really interesting is Pluto was in Capricorn for the election. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. We're going to have 4 more years of this maniac. So, but it's changing. The whole energy.
Plus, it's the year of the fire horse with the Chinese astrology. So, we've got a lot of fire coming in. Fire all around. A lot of air, a lot of fire.
I love it when the cards are so clear.
Yeah, when they kind of slap you in the face with their answer. Like,
I'm probably just doing like a 3-card pull. So I just pulled 3 cards. I'm not going to do a full spread. We don't have time for that, I don't think. But just 3 cards. And I got 10 of Wands. So, obviously the people are feeling like all the burdens are on our back right now. Everybody's just like so over this, so tired of this, so exhausted. Information's coming out from all directions, and it's like nothing is happening. Nothing, there's no accountability for them. And so we're just feeling the weight of it on our back. and there's only so much that humans can take before they just like, you know what, to hell with it, let's go. I mean, there comes a breaking point. And then at the core of all of this is the false victor, of course, F45. But ultimately, because we're gonna start standing up. Ultimately, by the end of the year, after we go through all of this nonsense, there is going to be some balance that returns. So, and because I was kind of doing a pull on what the vibe through the whole year is. So right now, everybody's feeling like a lot of burdens on our back. We're tired of the false victor. We're tired of F45. He's got to go away. As soon as he does, then a lot of balance is going to return. I want to caution everybody, though, that this is not going to be he's gone. Sweet. Now we can get back to normal. That's what the corporate gems are going to want you to do. But we need to go through prosecutions. We need to go through impeachments. We need to go through trials. It's going to be a thing. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, we can't just sweep it under the rug.
Some of the rescue is going to happen. And we're going to have to, as soon as elections hit, as soon as midterms hit, that's going to be helpful on one hand because we're going to have the majority. But on the other hand, we're also they're going to spin it to try to get the Dems to take the blame. So don't forget about that. It's kind of like, is it victory or is it not? Because this is not going to be an easy thing.
They're blaming the Dems
now,
right,
and that's exactly what's going to happen.
The Senate, the White House, and the Supreme Court.
That's
the Democrats' fault. It's like, how does
that's their messaging, and they're great at
it.
But it is gonna, we are gonna figure out our balance, and we are gonna clear them out, and there is going to be balance that will return. So.
There you go. Well, the first thing I got was defensive mobilization, a tactical response. This is our call to arms. Spirit saying it's time for a tactical response. And then I got cognitive disruption, which is a shift in thinking. We have to start thinking tactically and strategically about how to defeat an enemy. I mean, we damn sure wouldn't have gotten rid of Hitler and all of that crap, standing around singing Kumbaya and let's all be friends. No, that's not how we won that.
No, he made him go and clean up the concentration camps.
That's right. That's what General Patton did and what General Eisenhower did. Covert corruption. That's a big thing we've got to clean up, that we've got to look at. And all the shadow rulers behind the scenes of who's really pulling the strings and making the decisions. And right now, that's not Trump. That's Stephen Miller that's making the decisions and pulling the strings. And then Trump's being told, oh, this is what you wanted to have done. So we've gone ahead and we've done it. And so it makes him feel like he's in charge, but he's not. He's getting led by others. So, all right, let's see.
Yeah.
Here's something.
Can I pulled the listen bitch card. Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
Share that one. The listen bitch card I pulled said, the only thing you should quit is your excuses.
That should be tattooed on every Democrat's forehead. That should be tattooed on every Democrat's forehead that wants to take the high road. It's like, no, Judie, you froze up.
She's back.
Oh, there she. Okay, you're back. So this was a question, and how do Trump supporters feel about what happened in Minneapolis?
They feel like the bitch deserved it and she started it.
Well, At first, they weren't responding that way. At first, they were like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this. And then you got the propaganda machine going that somehow it's this woman's fault that she's following directions and driving away like they were yelling and screaming at her to do. And then somebody decides to just shoot her in the head 3 times. But that's her fault. It's like, make that make sense.
She was trying to make a U-turn. She was sitting there. There's another video that they put out that was showing her waving the ice people to go on and go ahead of her because they were trying to get somewhere, and then they all descended upon her, and she was trying to do a U-turn, I guess, and get out of whatever it is they were doing.
Yeah, one of the
and
videos
then Jonathan Ross
screaming at her to go.
Is the one that
Say the last one.
That is his name, Jonathan Ross.
Yes, he's the murderer.
She was trying to do a U-turn to get out of there. Jonathan Ross executed her.
Right. And the thing of it is she was following directions from them, because there are videos that if you back up a few minutes, they're yelling and screaming at her to turn around and go back the other way. So she's like turning around to go back the other way, like they told her to do. Yeah. And so it's it's not a pretty thing right now. So
and Megas have been descending on Coach and his family, and driving by his house and threatening his son and calling his son the R word and all of that. And they've been, I guess he's been getting major threats.
Yeah. It just shows what loving, pro-life, family-oriented people MAGA are.
They're Christians. These are Christians.
Christian people who their response to somebody having
that's
other than them,
they do like for genocide,
is to issue death threats and to harass them. But God forbid, don't you say something bad about them to them, because they have the thinnest skin I've ever seen. They can dish it out, but they can't take it.
Well, that is a narcissist. I have legit lived with them. It is not pleasant. And we are, and I've been saying this for a while, this country is in an abusive relationship with a narcissist, with a group of narcissists. So now, how do they feel about what happened? I pulled the Fool. So go ahead. Go ahead, Sabrina.
So I pulled first the Emperor. So I think what they feel is he is their king. Eight of Swords. They feel like she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Page of Swords. This is a whole new beginning, and they think that this is how we should deal with things. I'm on a few different social media groups, and I just gasp at the way the information is twisted and how his supporters are so gaslighted and they believe it. And one of the things that he is absolutely the emperor of is saying the same thing over and over and over and over again. So people believe him. Remember, lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. What they said about Hillary.
You repeat it enough times and people believe it's true. Yeah.
So now he's calling, the hateful, I don't even know the names he calls the Democrats. So they're just totally buying into it as it's her own fault. This is how we're going to deal with you horrible leftist lunatics, woke lunatics. And that's what I think. Now, I think that some people are sooner or later going to see the light and say, wait a minute. this is nuts. This is nuts. And I don't know if you guys saw today that the House passed the ACA subsidiaries. Like 16 Republicans joined in with the Democrats. So people are waking up. But I think that his hardcore supporters are still have bought into his bullshit because they hate the same people he hates. He speaks their language. They're already miserable and unhappy, so they're going to go with him. That's my opinion. And the
Sylvia just put that House just passed the discharge petition 230 to 196. That's a lot of Republicans that flipped over.
It has to go through the Senate yet.
And F-45 is pissed.
I'm on the ACA. I am on that healthcare program.
Yeah.
So, and this is why I don't do a lot of political stuff, because I have so much rage that it's super hard for me to contain it. And I'm a fire sign. And if I unleash that fire-breathing dragon, I'm going to incinerate everything within a 500-mile radius at least. So, I am on Obamacare because I'm self-employed. That's my health insurance. So, anyway,
exactly.
I think that the majority of the hardcore MAGAs still think he's marvelous.
Oh, so, that he's their savior.
Yeah.
Quite literally. So, Judie, what did you get?
Similar, actually. There is a new beginning. So they're like, yeah, finally, we're fighting it. We're fighting them. We're taking them out because they want them gone. They're all racist, assholes, pretty much. So they're like, yeah, this is a new beginning and let's go. Then I got Queen of Pentacles. Now, queens do like to take care of their own, but if you're taking it from the standpoint of Omega, of the Trump supporters, they're finally like, yeah, finally, our country, America first. We're taking care of our country. We're gonna make it beautiful, because this is a card about making it beautiful. Big, beautiful America. That's our America. That's what we're doing. And
while we give all our money to Venezuela and Israel.
They are so delusional.
And they worship their emperor. So that's you're not going to change their mind. Did
you get the emperor also?
I did.
Holy shit.
I did. And you got the Page of Wands and I got the Fool, which are both new beginning. Yeah. So they're now I do think a lot of what's out there are bots, right? And Russian farms and people that are claiming to be citizens and United States citizens, Minnesotans and all of that. They're not. They're from bot farms from outside of the country. But the people within the country that are actually still MAGA, I just don't think you're going to change their mind. At this point, nothing's going to change their mind. They are in a cult and they have drunk the Kool-Aid and nothing is going to stop them. The only thing that's going to stop is when they start to hurt. And the only way they're going to start to hurt is after the midterms, when all of their ACA subsidies go away and their disability goes away and their food stamps go away, except then they're going to turn around and blame the Democrats. So they're still not going to learn. So.
Yep. Well, you
cannot,
easily bought.
And bring a horse to water, make it drink.
Easily bought. And then I got trusted advisor. So again, this is Stephen Miller, and then I got shadow ruler, which is even more. This is Stephen Miller. So, and once they managed to get the orange buffoon out of the White House and it's fake gold that he's got plastered everywhere, and they're going to slip in JD Vance, who will be under the thumb of Peter Thiel and a bunch of other elites who are all interested in how much money can we rob from the American people before the pitchforks come out. Because, guys, we're getting really close to the pitchfork moment where the villagers in the village are going after the monster in the castle with the pitchforks and saying we've had enough. So we're almost there.
That's okay because 30% can support that nut bank. That leaves the other 70% with pitchforks.
Yeah.
So
I saw a
we are the majority.
TED talk years ago, and the guy that was giving the talk, some billionaire, but he's more progressive, and he was talking about the fact that there's only so many shirts and so many pairs of pants I can buy and wear in a year. That's not going to make up a difference for 50 million people buying a shirt and a pair of pants. Nowhere, doesn't even come close. And he starts talking about this bubble that the elite live in, that they're behind their walls, they're protected, nothing's going to touch them, and they can do whatever they want. And he says, something I've been trying to get across to my other rich buddies that I see is that the pitchforks are coming, and your walls and your security and your electrified fences and whatnot are not going to protect you. Because when you push people to the point that the pitchforks come out, he says, it's end game. It's over. He says, for my people, my class. He says, not that I want to accept them as being mine, but the class that I live in, that it's once we push people to the point that the pitchforks come out, there's not one of us that's going to be spared. We're going to all get skewered by those pitchforks, because that's when the people finally break and have had enough. And I can't find the original video that I saw years ago. I wish I could find it because it's a TED Talk video. But it made a big impression on me that I remember it all these years later, and wish I could find it to replay it for people, because he was very specific on a lot of things that you look now and it's like, oh, yeah, he talked about that. Oh, yeah, he talked about that. Yeah, he talked about that too. I mean, it was like he was just laying it out. It could probably one of the most prophetic TED Talks I've ever seen in my life. So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
the pitchforks are almost there.
Well, and I think the people are over it. This will not be the last shooting, and the one that happened, and I'm referring to the two that just happened today in Portland, where I live.
Yeah.
These will not be the last ones, and everyone that happens, people are going to get wound up, and he's doing this on purpose. He's told them to start taking people out because it emboldens the megas and it infuriates the Dems, and he's looking for a reason to send the military out and to call off elections.
Because that will call off the midterm.
Dying for a reason to call off elections. And you know,
this is
a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, well, a lot of people don't realize that, there's a whole lot of Democrats with pew-pews as well. I myself have a couple. Go ahead and break into my house. See what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make it past my dog.
I don't have,
there's going to be a problem.
Pew-pews, but I have very sharp implements in my house that I'm really good at swinging. So, what were you saying, Sabrina?
I don't remember now.
Oh.
Oh, yes, I do remember. This is all a diversion from the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Not only does he want to declare martial law because he does not want the elections, the midterms to happen, because he knows he's going to get impeached, if not impaled. And if any of this whole redacted stuff from the Epstein files comes out, his ass is grass, and so are all his billionaire friends. So, and that's, the other thing that a narcissist will do is they have these diversion tactics to say, oh, look, squirrel, squirrel. Look over there. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hate
Exactly.
Yep.
all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Any
we've
more
been at this an
questions?
hour. Do you want to do one, maybe like one or two cards each just for the collective?
Let's
on
do
what
one
we
more. Let's
see?
draw on.
One more? We
Yeah.
got another question?
Let's do one more
Let's do a
question
collective
and then
draw.
some happy cards. We need happy cards after one more question.
Okay, yeah, we can do a happy card for the collection. What's the one more question you got there, Judy?
Judy, do you have a question? Another question?
I don't have anybody that has a question.
Yeah, just lots of opinions, but no real questions.
No. I
So,
tend to do a 3-card pull for the collective.
Okay.
Okay. Who else are in the Epstein files?
Celtic, you're the answer to that question and all the billionaires.
A lot of people with a lot of money
Sorry, go ahead.
who thought that their kinky little habits were going to get swept up.
Yep.
I think you're going to find that there's a lot more money laundering and who is supporting all of these children that they were sex trafficking. And that's going to be more of a problem on top of who is doing this and supporting it financially. All right.
Yeah. A lot of blackmail, a lot of money laundering, a lot of, all of it. It's all deep, and it's yeah. It's not just the United States, it's all over the world.
Well, I've already pulled a couple of cards, so I'm going to go ahead and go first. The first thing I got was solar pulse EMF disruption. So I think that's something just to keep in mind, y'all. We've been getting more and more and more solar flares where things have been getting disrupted. Maybe that's Spirit's way of telling us you need to unplug for a couple of days and just stop dealing with all of this. And then I got to gain approval. So a lot of what we're going to see going on around us is to gain approval. So we need to be aware of that and be willing to protect ourselves from it. And I don't have any good cards out. All my other cards are put up.
I have good cards. I have to have happy cards. I have to have a happy ending.
I'm looking for a happy ending, a good card deck I can pull.
Judy, are
I've
you
been looking for one
Leo?
for years.
Happy ending. Are you a Leo, Judy?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, an Aries. Oh, same thing.
You can't tell with all that fire?
Well, I thought you was a fire
No.
sign for sure.
Well, where the
Redhead Celtic Aries.
But that's why you're such beautiful skin. You're Irish.
Oh no, that's a filter.
I need a filter. I want one that makes
No.
me look 22 again.
Yeah, no, plenty of freckles and rosacea and wrinkles going on here.
I want your
I've got
filter
so much
then.
crap that's been moved around in here. It's like I can't find any of my happy decks. I know, I'll pull a badass affirmation card. Let's see what we get.
So I was kind of pulling for the collective. What's some message moving forward? This is a time of completion. This is 9 of Pentacles. This time is ending, right? And then earlier we pulled out that there's a new beginning. Well, a new beginning comes when there's an ending. So we're completing this cycle of money and greed and everything, the gilded cage that he likes to live in, all of that. And we need to trust the universe is going to be taking care of things, because they are. I know it's hard to believe that, but there is a point to all of this. And we are going to, once he's gone, we are going to have a leader back that's going to get us back in order. So Pentacles are earth signs, so not just money, but it's also politics too. And it's leadership. And we have coming forth is a new king. Hopefully not one that's like this one, but they're going to be getting the house in order. So completion of what's going on, spirits in control. There are people behind the scenes that are also helping to take F-45 and his regime down. I do believe that there are people working on that as well. It has to be done very carefully, because you're dealing with an entire global economy. And then when it's all done, we will have new leadership that's stepping in. So there you go. And then you guys go ahead and go. I'm going to pull a happy oracle card, but I'll let you guys go first.
Well, I pulled a badass affirmation card, and it says, I don't fear the fire. I am the fucking fire.
Good.
Damn straight.
And I think that's something we can all take to heart. So, what you got, Sabrina?
This is from the Soul Coaching Oracle card deck. I love, love, love this deck. Wait till you guys see what came up. So check this out. Okay. Breakthrough. This is the year of the fire horse. What do we have here? We have a fire horse. So I think even though everything is kind of a hot mess right now, I think that there are going to be a lot of breakthroughs throughout this year. There's going to be a big, massive something or another in April, Miss Aries. And I can't wait to see what happens. There are 8 planets in Aries in April. 8. That's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
So the second card.
Now that kind of scares me, actually.
You're going to be in the hot seat, baby. Second card I drew here. This is compassion. I did a talk a while ago on my channel about perspective and how people see things from their own perspective. And sometimes if you just have a little compassion when you look at people that see things differently than you and think, I don't know where they're coming from and I don't know why they're behaving like this, but I don't know what's going on in their life. And I think during times like this, it's really stinking hard to have compassion for the other side that we almost see as the enemy now. And lastly, from this deck, so what this reminds me of here, this is radiance, and this reminds me of a phoenix. And I think that throughout all of whatever's going on, that we need to make sure that we keep our own radiance and our own joy and not let all of these things drag us down. And then lastly, the Wild Offering Oracle. I'm going to hold this up in case anybody wants a screenshot, because this is super, super awesome advice. The name of this card is Direction. Lord, please show me the right action right now. Please bring a sign and a miracle that gives clear direction. May I hear the promptings of my own body. And if for some reason I'm about to head the wrong way, please stop me.
Great advice. Would you get?
Okay, I pulled an oracle deck or oracle card from Oceans of Wisdom, and I got Sea Dragons. It's a beautiful deck. It says, embrace your inner power and let your majestic spirit soar through life's depths. So
I like that.
grab the fire within.
And my card says, I am the fucking fire. So get out of the way.
You're the fire
That's
horse.
right.
Here we go.
Exactly. This is the fire horse here. And Jonathan Ross, may you receive your comeuppance.
May you receive your just desserts.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, ladies, thank you. This has been fun. Lots of interesting topics. They're kind of one topic, but lots of interesting ways around the topic.
Detours.
So, squirrel. we're good at that.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for
Judy and I
joining.
will be
Please
back.
like, share, and subscribe our channels, too.
Please.
Absolutely.
And
Judy and I will be back next Thursday on Golden Girls Coffee Clutch with Marina and Cleo. And then the Thursday after that, we'll be back for political readings with Judy and Shari on Judy's channel. So it'll be her turn. And we'll see you all Saturday night for the slumber party because we will all be there. So,
yes. All right.
bye,
Peace
y'all.
out.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Thanks for coming.